Lights, entertainment.
Good afternoon, YouTube man. Always your page, aka Emperor of Female Bobby Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, we have a busy weekend. I am honestly say I just did a video, as you know. I had to do two because the divisions are stacked. Women's physique, women's bodybuilding, figure. This is the video for figure exclusively because they are stacked. They have at least nearly 30 women, counting the open and masters competitors. You have at least nearly 40 women competing at this show in the figure division. You know, trying to get that qualification from both Masters Olympia and the main Olympia. A couple ladies have been guests on my channels. Some ladies are making their pro debut. Some ladies are trying to shoot for another shot for the Olympia. Like I said, with my other video, this is a stack. This is a stack. Tampa is a big show. It was a great opportunity to go there last year. I met quite a few ladies there. A couple ladies who do figure division and has been guests on my channels, competed there. And I just, like I said again, you know, I decided, you know, if I had split it up because there was so many competitors. You know, it would take me forever to go through it if I just did all the divisions at once. So I said, you know, let's take and make a second video for figure. So the list is here, and it is right here in the open division. It is 30 women alone, and many ladies are also double dipping in both masters and open, you know, trying to get Olympic qualification and master O qualification. We have the 40 and 40 plus classes, and we have from 50 all the way down to 60. And again, we have quite a few ladies. You know, if some of the ladies who are doing the masters exclusively could jump into the open, we have a little over 30 women. But we right now have a little over 30 women. But altogether, it is close to 40. And there's quite a few ladies here, and some ladies again have been guests on my channel. As you know, I usually do another video on my IG, so I had to split the difference between the competitors. So first up, we have Shannon Ali. If that's the name, I apologize. She's from Canada. And I believe this is going to be her pro debut. Next up, we have the lovely Mrs. Desiree Alfredis. If I got a name wrong, I apologize. Now, she was busy. She had a couple of shows this year. And also, she was in the top 3 at the Europa Championship. One of the few Americans, other than her and Susan Graham, that competed at that show. I mean, impressive. Next up, we have lovely Mrs. Andrea Arsenault. If I pronounce the name wrong, I want to apologize. She's been getting quite some time, and she's also doing the Masters and the Open. Next up is Maria Diaz, and Maria has been in the game for a long time. She's been competing in the Olympia quite a few times. Presently, Physique, she's been active also this year. Next up we have is Tamara Barrett, and she's also been active. I think last year she competed here at San Antonio Pro. Next up, we have Anna Borin from Ukraine. And Anna, she's always qualified for Olympia this year. She did a couple of shows. Got to be active because, you know, Tampa's the biggest show, so she wants to be present. So shout out to Anna, and let's see how she does. Next up, we have is Kaylin Carrillo from Canada. Canada put out some amazing female bodybuilders. She just made her debut just about a couple of weeks ago at the Chicago Pro. Next up is we have Jessica Chadi from New Zealand. And that's a long way to come. I mean, all the way from New Zealand. That's like right there next to Australia. So let's see how she does. Next up, we have the lovely Mrs. Kelly Estrada. And Kelly's originally from Colombia. She competed just about last month at the Body B1. And she was in the top 5 at that show, Press Physique. We've been contacting a bit. You know, she doesn't speak too much English. I would love to have a guest. I think she's a beautiful physique, great look to her. I hope she does well. Next up, we have one Miss Nicole Fabrizio, and I think this is going to be the first show for her this season. Also, we have here number 5 in the world in the figure division, and that is Nicole Zenobia Graham. Nicole, been impressed with her. She's a present physique. Cracked the top 5 at the Olympia last year. Just a great look to her, top line competitor. I mean, I'm a big fan of hers. I would love to have her a guest in the future for an interview. Next up, we have one Miss Hannah Hartman. Miss Hartman just competed at the Chicago Pro, and she was, as you know, she was originally women's physique, but then she transitioned to women's to figure later on. Next up, we have here making a pro debut, Christina Hilton. Also, we have here a lady who's been a guest on my channel, the lovely Mrs. Holly Jo Hines. You know, Holly just got her pro card at the Junior Nats just about a few weeks ago. And this is her pro debut. We were talking. She was thinking about making a pro debut. She said she wanted me to take more time, but she decided to jump into this show. And she's also competing in Masters. Impressive lady. And shout out to Gator Fitness and her boyfriend. They run that. And they also have other businesses. Also, she's promoted for upcoming shows in Alabama. So best of luck to Holly. Next up, we have the lovely Mrs. Maria Hudson. And she just got her Masters O qualification just a few weeks ago at the Chicago Pro. Next up, we have one Miss Chelsea Hutton, and she also competed at Chicago just about a week ago. Next up, we have is the lovely Miss D. Jackson, or Diana Jackson. Now, Miss Jackson, I'm a fan of her. You know, she's a beautiful physique, great lines. This is the first show for the season. She's also competing for a Master Olympic qualification. Also, I think she's also compete in a few months at the Queen of the City, which is for Master Olympia and Olympic qualification for next year. Next up we have is Misaki K. I'm just calling Misaki K. Probably all the way from Japan. Next up we have his Anna, Kochkar from Ukraine. Now Anna was busy. She did a couple of shows. She was in the top 5 at the Imperial in Spain, and she was 9th at the Portugal Pro. That's a big fall. But coming all the way from Europe to the States to do this show, I gotta give respect to her for that. Next up we have here is Lexi Kos. So this is going to be her pro debut. We have here Sandra K from Poland. You know, these Polish names, I don't want to mess with them. So this is going to be her first show in the United States. Also, we have here a lovely lady who's been a guest on my channel, the lovely Mrs. Ryan Martin. As you know, she's a trainer, coach, impressive lady. She last competed at the Better Body B1 competition. Big fan of hers. Appreciate her being a guest on. She's also looking for, she also competed in the Masters classes. Next up, we have one Miss Sarah Masliskova, and she's all the way from Switzerland. Next up is here, we have here the lovely Miss Michelle McNeely. Beautiful physique. She just started following me on my IG. I'm hoping you interview. She's a beautiful physique. I know she's good friends with the lovely Mrs. Lindsay Contreras. She has a great physique, great look for her. Last time she competed was at the Atlantic Coast last year. Next up we have is Marlena Marcede. She was busy. She did a couple of shows this year. She did Portugal, and she also competed at the Pittsburgh Pro. And also did New York. She was in the top 3 in those last 2 shows. And she's coming in most definitely looking for an opportunity to get her first Olympic qualification. Next up we have is Elizabeth Nader. And she's been in the game for quite some time. She's also been an Olympian. She was in Chicago, and she was in the top 3 at the Chicago Pro. Next up, we had the lovely Mrs. Cinderella Richardson, who also competed at Chicago Pro, and she's been in the game for quite a bit. Next up, we have here Mrs. Herce Rodriguez Ortiz. She's also from Puerto Rico. She last competed at the Puerto Rico Pro. Present physique, looks good. I hope she does well. Next up we have is Elaine Selgren from Sweden. I mean, these sweet ladies, just wow. You know. Next up we have is Leah Sterling, and Miss Sterling was active. She was top 3 in both the Opens and the Masters at the Chicago Pro. Next up we have is Nicole Winkel, and coming all from Germany. You know, Nicole was busy. She was in the top 3 at a couple of shows. She was at the New York, and also she was at the Pittsburgh Pro. And impressive lady, you know, great physique. Let's see how well she go. Nancy. You know. Next up we have is Paige Wartz, and Paige was busy. She did a couple of shows last year. She did also Atlanta Pro, and she last competed at the Chicago Pro. And last night we have Aska Oyukoho. You know, and she's actually, I believe she's originally from Ukraine or Russia. I'm in contact with her. I hope we might set for an interview in the future. Next up, we have the lovely Mrs. Jennifer Askinson, and this is the first show for her this season. Also, we have the lovely Mrs. Crystal Cooper. She's doing 40 plus, and this is going to be, I believe, her pro debut. Next up, we have here is Mrs. Kimberly Corporal. And I think this is going to be her first show. She also is making her pro debut. We have here the lovely Mrs. Pam Even more, as you know, she's double dipping. She's doing physique and figure, and she's doing the 45 plus. Next up, we have here is the lovely Mrs. Constance Jones, and she's been active. Last year, she competed at the Masters World Championship. Next up, we have the lovely Mrs. Rhonda Shear, and she last competed at the Battle of the Bodies in Oklahoma. Next up, we have the one Miss Tanya Clark. So this will be the first year. Tanya Clark, this is the first show for her this season. Next up, we have the lovely Mrs. Laura Johnson, who just made her pro debut at Chicago Pro. She both did figure and women's physique. And we have here lovely Miss Andy Lampart, who I believe she competed at the last year's Chicago Pro. We have here, last not least, the lovely Mrs. Winona Walker. And this is going to be the first show for her for the year. Anyway, again, this was a stacked lineup, guys. I mean, it took about forever to get through and get all these names right. But you know what? Figure is, like I said, is a very deep division. I mean, it's even though they have lost a couple of shows here and there, but still have a lot more than women's physique, women's bodybuilding. I appreciate the opportunity when I get a couple of guests as figure competitors. As you know, this weekend, tomorrow I have an interview with a young lady who just got a pro card in figure, and also a lady who competed also at the U.S. Championships who does figure. And I've done quite a few back-to-back interviews with figure competitors early this week. So, I think I'm getting more figure competitors than I do women's physique and women bodybuilders. I really appreciate those ladies, and I hope to have some more. But check out the show on figure. The Masters is going to be later today. The figure Olympic qualification is going to be on Saturday. I might not watch it because the thing is, I got to stretch my dollars and I'm saving for a trip. But check it out. Shout out to these ladies. Shout out to the competitors. Shout out to the ladies who have been guests on my channel. And I hope the best of luck to all the women in the figure division. Anyway, this is man Church Page, a.k.a. the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't like, subscribe. I'm out.